What up, dog? Okay, dude. I'm gonna try and bust this down because I keep saying this on my bad. Liquor on my lip. Happy Thanksgiving. Did child support. First, okay. First of all, nobody should be forced to have to take care of their kids. Let's just open that right there. Now, with this whole child support thing, let's start. If a woman goes somewhere dressed a certain way, looking a certain way, like she wants to do a certain thing, that does not give somebody the right to take it upon themselves to take it to the next level. Even if she's inviting to them. That is the R word. We agree? I agree. I think any man do that is out of line. I wouldn't allow it in front of me. I ain't cool with it. If I know you did some shit like that, I ain't fucking with you. Word. So, the flip side of that coin, I also feel like if a man consents to sex with a woman, that is not him consenting to being a parent with this woman. I feel like that's the R word. So, anybody know Juan-o? I'm straight up and down like 12 o'clock. I don't give a fuck which side of the fence I'm on. Because sometimes I'm on the wrong side. But I got to be straight up and down like 12 o'clock even when it's me. So I just want to get that fact clear with you that I feel like both of them situations is the R word. So if a woman lays down with a man knowing he don't want to have kids and she does whatever she does to put herself in a position to get that kid, I feel like that's the R word. Now, after that, whether he asks for it or not, he's still responsible. It's like, for example, I bought a house, right? And the bitch got trees all around it. So now I'm responsible for all them leaves. I didn't intend on that. That's not what I wanted. But goddamn it, the leaves is there. So now I can either have the leaves fucking up my house, or I can, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to mistreat the trees because now I own the trees and the grass. So now I need to take care of it because after all, it is my grass. You know what I'm saying? I do own the house, so I got to take care of it, just like being a father. So like, even if you were the R worded into that situation, fellas, you still are the other R word, responsibility, responsible, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You a John. I feel it. You know, myself too included. Bam. We moving forward. So let's say you're a responsible adult. Y'all not together. It's a bill incurred with this child. Granted, you got to take care of the child. Now, where this gets salty at or faulty at is you got somebody in between you taking out your check, they percentage to give to another person that don't give it to your child. Now, I'm a parent. I could tell you it costs a couple dollars to raise a kid. But what I can also tell you is most of the expenses that a mother incurs from being a mother, with the exception of a few situations, I would say 75% of those same expenses she would have on her own. She still got to pay rent at a place, or buy a house or a mortgage. She still got to have a car. She still got to eat. She still got to be clothed. She still got to have heat, gas, yada, yada, yada. Now, kids gonna grow on that clothing bill. Kids gonna add on them other bills too. They gonna put a nice little extra percentage on it. But 75% of that shit, I guarantee, because if you got a fucking, let's say you live in a 2-bedroom house, townhouse, or 1-bedroom townhouse by yourself. Having kids in there going, your light bill, $80. You got some kids, now your light bill, $200. Your heat bill was $150 by yourself, now it's $225. It's not, these is real numbers here. You know what I'm saying? When you go shopping for yourself as an adult, you might spend $1,000 to cover your basics for a season. You know, we all go buy pieces that cost pieces, but I'm talking about your basics. You know, your 6-7 pair of regular jeans, your t-shirts, you know, your basics. You're going to spend another $1,000 on the 2 kids. So, okay, I get that. But to totally subsidize your life off what another individual could pay you because you got kids is wrong. And then not only is that wrong, you're robbing them kids, because if you milk the father dry through child support, which is money you're wasting, then what do the kids got at 24 when he done paying for college? Or what if he don't ball that long because you whipping his pocket and his morality? So like, it's not more or less a question of child support, and it's more so a question of what are you taking from your kids? Because quite clearly, I have kids. And I make it clear that anybody trying to take something off my plate is taking from my kids, because my kids' names is on everything. I live in investments. Only a certain amount of the money I make actually comes to me. Period. That's all. Really, technically, I work for Junior. With that being said, anybody taking something from me or trying to take out of my pocket is taken from Junior, because let's be clear, ain't none of these women that's getting 35,000, 20,000, 10,000, or the 5 men in the world that's getting child support payments. Ain't none of them putting none of that money in the bank for them kids to go to college. And when 16 come, they're gonna look at daddy for a car. When 18 come, they gonna look at daddy for college. When 24 come, college over with, and it's like, I want to start a business, they gonna look at daddy. But daddy done been milked to nobody. All that milking of daddy went right, speaking for the black man, went right back to the person that sell a luxury car, the jewelry, and all the shit that this woman wasn't willing to work to have. And that's my views on child support. My kids' mothers, I'm going to kick it 100 with you. Both of them got a credit card with my name on that bitch. I pay for the child care. Anything go wrong with their cribs, I'm there. I made sure both of them became homeowners. Woody, 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 woody. So me as a father and as an individual, and then not only that, they're both of a different mindset than trying to live off a nigga. As a man, I try not to. Now, that type of woman could make me aroused, but I personally try not to get aroused by those type of women. And I look for certain characteristics in a woman when I see her to make sure that's not that type of chick. You know what I'm saying? In another video, I get with you about certain things to look at. So guys is wrong too, because they looking for dependent women so they can run their game on, because they're not upright men. And then these dependent women do what they already trained to do, which is lay down or get on top or give him the best skullduggery ever, then jump on him raw when he about to explode. Because these things happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. Beware. But child support ain't necessarily fair. And if you getting it, make sure you stacking some of that shit to the kids. And if you giving it up and you don't want to, then go get custody of your kids. Because that's some shit I'm tired of niggas hearing. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I got to pay this. I got to do that. Well, if you got to pay this and you got to pay that and you serious about being a father and you care, then spend a couple dollars on fighting that shit and getting custody. Why the hell not? Or joint custody and, then shit, that's supposed to alleviate child support there. I'm tired of hearing about this shit. You know what I'm saying? We can all do whatever situation you're going through in one way or another. It's your fault, just like mine is my fault. I'm kind of tired of hearing about this shit, because we all got choices and options. So, but what we all ain't doing is being honest and real about this shit. Women shouldn't be out here living off their kids, because that's child support and income tax money, and he ain't getting a piece, and you bleeding a black man dry. So you can't be bleeding a black man dry while you teaching his kids wrong and wasting their future on your hair and nails, talking about black folks need to do better. No, you can't be doing that, because bitch, you the problem. And niggas, if you out here fucking dependent women in a position where, you know, you can go and get them, you know, pregnant or whatever, then you got to be honest with yourself about that, and you got to pay your pussy bill. You know what I'm saying? But what we can't keep doing is stealing and robbing from these kids. And I'm really tired about the excuses, because it's a lot of single mothers out here. They got put in that situation, and they just said they're going to do what they're going to do. And the only help they got is the help they got. I haven't put one of them on my show, but I will. And they'll tell you they tired of hearing that shit too. Because if a nigga willing to give you anything, then that should be everything you need, because you could be doing it all on your own. And all this shit is just flat the fuck out ungratefulness. It's and it's a lack of accountability. You know what I'm saying? If you riding around, cause I seen this, cause I'm responsible with my money. You riding around with a nigga in a scat pack that's always on E that ain't got no insurance. But he look good and he fresh. So you fucking him. Bitch, that's a choice. This nigga is not responsible. So what the fuck you think gonna happen when you pull a baby move on him? You gonna be a dead, sad duck, bitch. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. And even if it's a responsible nigga, having a baby don't guarantee you a lifestyle. Getting married don't guarantee you a lifestyle. Only thing that's gonna guarantee you the life you want is you. It don't matter if somebody's standing next to you or not. That's a fact. It don't matter who you get pregnant by. That's a fact. And we out this bitch. Yo, support your child. Don't look for child support. And then not only that, don't cheat your kids dependency. I mean, I know we look at living in the Kardashian age, but do you really want to teach your kids yo lay on your back to get a come up? Like, that's really what we doing? Like, you ain't got no other attributes in life? That's self-hate like a motherfucker. That's you saying I ain't passed nothing good enough down to my kid but pussy. Everybody got a pussy. And all of these kids out here abandoned. So why the fuck are you promoting that? And then if you don't want a kid, then why have one? You got motherfuckers out here having a kid, and the first thing they think about is I got to get a big house and a Bentley. How? What about the taxes? What about the insurance? What about when you are 50, bitch, and the kid is grown? Then what? Like, come on, man. And quite frankly, when it comes to having a baby father, if you're a responsible man, you're going to get more out of him, allowing him to handle his business, than you're going to get out of that nigga bleeding. I promise you that shit. Being a partner as a parent will get you a lifetime partnership. Being a baby mama gonna get you child support for what, 18 to 24 years if the kids go to college. And I'm gonna tell you something, kids. If your mama getting a shitload of money out of your daddy, emancipate yourself. You ain't getting shit. You might as well emancipate yourself, put the money in your pocket, think about your future. Because obviously your daddy like irresponsible bitches and your mama's an irresponsible bitch. So be real with yourself, emancipate yourself, let that money go into a trust for yourself. Why the fuck not? If they ain't gonna save themselves, let me tell the kids how to save you. That's what the fuck you do. Uncle Juan-o out this bitch. Alright, look. I realized I touched on something without giving the game away. And that's the number one thing I'm about on my channel. You gonna be with me while I learn shit and while shit go wrong and while shit go right. And I'm gonna be 100 with you about it. That way we can both do better. And then to be honest with you, I get so much game from the people in the comments. Shout out to you motherfuckers. That it make it more better for the cheddar. Alright, so dig. This is what I don't know about this whole child support situation. Let's say your girl on Medicaid, or she don't have no insurance, whatever. She got state insurance. And y'all trying to have a baby together. Or y'all pregnant and you like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to do my best. But you ain't got shit. You know what you need to do first? You have to add yourself to her case. Now wait till she's 7-8 months so you don't fuck up the bridge card or some shit like that. Wait as long as you can. Hopefully she don't drop the baby before you do it. But wait as long as you can. Add yourself to her state case. That'll save you from the first round of bullshit. Because the first round of bullshit is that $10,000-$20,000 it costs to have a baby. If you already owe then you already a felon. And if you don't have no job, you don't have no insurance, this the only way to cover your ass. Put yourself on her case. So that means whoever she getting her EBT card or her Medicaid, she might just be having Medicaid. Whatever it is, make sure your name is right next to hers listed at that address. And that'll save you there. Cause then and get yourself Medicaid too. Fuck it. That way it's like the state helping y'all. Go get your teeth fixed. I mean, they might pull them. That Medicaid, they might pull your fucking teeth. You ain't no kid. You know, let's say they do adults dirty on the dental with the Medicaid, but they good everywhere else. Let's say you do got a job or whatever, or you do got insurance. Then what you do is, before she go to the court, you go to the court, and either you petition for whatever type of different custody, debating on your situation. You might want to go 50-50, but you be the guardian. You might just want to have it straight 50-50. You might want to let her do it. Whatever you do, you go down there and you apply for that shit before the child even get here, and you tell them what you make and what you can afford to pay before they come looking for you or any of that shit, and you put your insurance on file. That way it's already set. Or you petition for full custody off the bail, and then you start keeping correspondence of everything that is and ain't wrong. Now I'm really just talking to you fellas because the woman got all of these rights offhand. You don't. You gotta fight for them. So it's better to put, just like with a job, it's better to have your application on file before they start looking for employees versus waiting till you need a job or they need an employee or they put the word out there. Now they got fucking 1,000 applications to look through. They ain't really checking for you. And that's the situation with that. You know what I'm saying? And if you having a child with a sensible woman, then work out what you gonna do or what y'all gonna do beforehand and keep your word plus 10. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna necessarily advise that one, although I would advise that one because y'all gotta have some type of bond for that to work, or at least some type of mutual respect. And a lot of us don't respect ourselves, so damn sure we ain't respecting the people we fucking because we got a lack of respect for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you can do that one, then kudos to you. That's a high five. And that's as much game as I can give you on that. And if you in a fucked up situation with child support, you don't want to pay that shit, you ain't feeling it, and you love your kids, then you need to go petition for custody. But quit complaining to the rest of us and not doing nothing about it, because we tired of hearing that shit, and it's a whole lot of real problems going on. And for all you know, your kids ain't over there safe with that unhappy ass bitch anyway. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I ain't gonna lie to you. If a bitch hated me, I would not leave my kids with her. I wouldn't give a fuck if they was her mother. My kids look just like me. So if a bitch hate me, I'm not leaving my kids there. Period. So you can't tell me you a father and a bitch hates you and you let your son be there, knowing this nigga look just like you and shit. You're foul. But, you know, I ain't gonna get into getting on nobody right now. I just want to help the people I can help with that little bit of information. And you do got rights. You just got to go discover them, find them, and fight for them. I know some niggas who done won them battles. But I don't know too many niggas that done fought them battles. But the ones I know that applied themselves to fighting them battles, they won. And the ones I know that lost but fought them battles good, they ended up winning anyway because the motherfucker only had enough heart to fight against them but not enough drive to get the job done. So they ended up with their kids anyway. So put forth that effort, baby. And if they your kids, I mean, it should be worth it. If I love myself too much to let what look like me be fucked off. That's a fact. We out. And that's all I got to say about that. You know what I'm saying? And OD, I had a different kind of problem. Not those. But I pay for my shit up front. My motherfucking... You should see my Zelle. We out.